Hello, everybody. Welcome whenever, wherever. This will be a little different today. It is just about some general things, actually. Of course, as always, inspired by astrology, my cycle researches and shares and preparations for further shares. But I mean, I experienced that all, right? Just as you, yeah. I have a life, and so I make experiences. And I think we sometimes have problems understanding ourselves or our own experiences. We think it's something outside of us that happens, and we react in whatever kind of way. That is true to some degree, but actually we attract what happens, right? And sometimes we make experiences, and we we just we do not like them, and so we decide we want to avoid them, right? We push them away. That's something bad. We dislike it. I don't want it, and so we push it away. We don't think about it. We don't want to make conclusions out of it or work with it. No, we just push it away. So what will happen is, okay, you don't want to learn the lesson. Okay, so here you go again. Yeah. And so we get these things, yeah. And some we are all different, yeah. And so some people may learn that lesson, but another one not, and go through loops, as I like to call them, right? And so track the same or similar situations again and again because we have not integrated them. So, and that's going on and on. And so we have that in all levels. We have that on an individual level, we have that in group levels, we have that in society, but we also have that global. And, I don't know, probably further, right? So, anyhow, what does that mean? To me, it means that the experience is really what counts most. I mean, we go to school, we learn and whatever. That is knowledge that comes from the outside. But it becomes actually only viable when we experience it, right? Meaning, like when you go to school, you learn reading and writing. So that is something obscure in the beginning, right? So, okay, but then you learn it and then you experience, oh, now I can read what other people wrote. I can read a story. I can read something somebody shared with me personally, and I can do the same with other people. I can leave a note. So you make the practical experience and find, that is a useful thing. So maybe in the beginning, because it was so obscure and it was boring to sit on a chair in school and listen and then practice so but then we make the experience and we integrate it and it becomes okay, right? It's just okay. So we integrated the whole thing. And so it's kind of the same with everything. When we come into a situation, we make an experience, and we can't unhave the experience, right? Once we had it, we had it. But how we relate to that experience is something else. Do we accept that we made this experience and see what is beneficial in that, or what does it want to tell us? It's not about avoid it. No, because when we do that, then we don't integrate it. It will come back in one form, in one way or another. And so I see that in all these cycles, yeah? They are hundreds and thousands of years. I researched those cycles, and you know what? I came to the same conclusion as I did in school, yeah? I mean, I never liked history. I found it so boring. It was only about wars. And I thought, oh my goodness, I find that boring. What do I need to know this battle or that battle, and why and what? This is senseless. But it's part of the human experience, right? It was there. And it seems still there. In the last decades, so there has been fewer wars. Still some, but fewer. But somehow we still have not yet integrated the whole experience, the meaning of really learning out of it. Okay, we have learned, we do not want that. But we have to now find a way to react different to situations. Yeah, we know that violence only creates other violence. We have all these groups that are talking about love and blah blah. Yeah, that is beautiful, right? There is a lot of beauty, and we can focus on the beauty. But as long as we have all this baggage within about how to react and what is right and what is wrong, then we cannot really move on, because then we always have to make that experience again so that we can kind of finalize it. Like I say, the cycles, right? It's always about we have to finalize it, to sort out. But for that, we actually have to work with it. If we avoid it, we cannot finalize it. So, in this meaning, we have to work. But what are we working with? Yes, the own experiences. We can start there. Because then also the bigger one will make more sense. Because it's always the individual that is part of the group, of the whole, which makes the whole in some way. So we can only change from it individually. And each of us has to do the work. Otherwise, cannot, how to say, it cannot become the new normal, if you want. Yeah, and the new normal shall not be suppression, because the suppression is that what we do within. If we suppress what we know, what we experienced already, it's always the experience. It's like what the soul wants, or maybe the soul is the experience. However, you look at that. So, but it's, in my opinion, the past. It's the life, yeah? It's an accumulation of experiences. So, what experiences do you have with it? Are you looking at? And where do you have these little loops? Yeah? And there you start to work on. But also see your good ones. You know, I was always, I'm so good in just only planning ahead. I always have to do, yeah. So that's how I learn as well. So I'm learning by doing, and that's the way I did my lifelong. Also in my work when I had a normal job. So that's how I did. And there are some other things that in my life I understood. I always had this thing when I had to find a new place to stay, new apartment or house, when I had to find a new job. I always knew it was never a question. I don't know where that came from, but I had it in me. I always knew, okay, I will get it. And it was this trust and this certainty with it that helps. If you think, no, nah, probably not. What does that do? Will tell the energies, yeah, maybe not. So where does the energy go? Somewhere else, or goes into some loop or something, because you can't treat it with being insecure about it. So that's, the security, the confidence. We all have Leo, right? It's all there, the confidence, yeah. And we need to trust ourselves. Who else? You don't have the experience of somebody else, you have yours. So, and that's within you. So, but we all have different aspects, maybe. We are not all exactly the same. We are on a certain level, but we are also individuals. And that's that. We have different gifts. Just because I have that thing with shelter and job, it does not mean you have to have the same thing. Maybe you have, and maybe not. But maybe you have that certainty within something else. And I think we can grow that certainty into many, many other aspects by understanding that principle, how it works. When it is not with confidence, when it is in insecurity, then nothing will happen in the way you may want to. We have to have this security about it, this knowing, this trust in self, in your own abilities. And then it will come back, because everything is always a reflection. We know that. We also see that in astrology. We always have those operations, right? That means we have to integrate something. The digestion will come later, but the opposition is always we have to integrate. It's the culmination of intake, if you want, of information. And then we start to handle it. But if we stop there at the culmination, if we don't do the rest of the work it needs, nothing will happen. I remember I had a very long time ago, I had a part of a little garden in Switzerland, And I was always so busy with work, and I, yeah, I even forgot the water. Yeah, and then finally there were things, but then I even forgot to harvest. So, well, obviously, I didn't really make anything of that, right? So I didn't integrate, I didn't harvest, I just let it be. So nothing, nothing, no food out of it, no vegetables, because I let them die. So this we have in everything. So think about it, and think about where you have these little experiences in your life and what they tell you. You may find out that it all goes much deeper than it looks like in the thing. And so we have that theme all over. And now we are seeding for a new world, for the future, right? Because the energy has shifted. It all works much faster than it used to. And we know that from precession of the equinoxes, right? I have talked about that many times. So we are in a different time, in a different energy. It's not the ages, it is the crosses, right? That overlay as you know. So it's really important because we don't want to go and do the same again, right? We can learn, but we need to integrate the lessons. As something bad, but as a lesson, neutral in this way. It is okay, it's experience. We may also learn something from good experiences, right? Just as I made an example before. But we can also, from not so nice experiences, learn something and integrate it. And then we go on. It's just experiences. And what we give into them is we perceive them. And with that, the relationship we have with an experience shapes how it works with us or how we work with it, right? So from this point of view, we are creating everything we do. And the global affairs we create collectively, not me alone. Then we're a bit different. So we do it all together, and nobody could do it all alone anyway. So we need to cooperate together and go together into the direction we would like to. But it also means we have to integrate, so we are learning from the experience from the past. All these violence that creates other violence, I mean, that's what for. We can do better. But this love, promotion, yes. But how do you understand love? That is the other thing, because that may create confusion, because we be not clear about it. It has nothing to do with the romantic thing, yeah? It has, in my opinion, more to do with respect. And acceptance. I do not feel mm, in resonance with everybody. Yeah, there are people, their energies, they don't make me feel good. Yeah, I do not hate these people that because of that. But I can say, okay, I mean, yeah, that doesn't resonate. I like this, but yeah, I respect you as another human being, a living creature. I don't need to do more. They have the right to live as I have. Yeah, so that is kind of equal, right? In this, not more, not less. And I have friends with about certain things. We have totally different viewpoints and we have discussions, but we still are very good friends because we respect each other. Yeah, we can say we love each other as friends, but most important there is the respect. I think that's my definition of it, because this romantic idea, uh, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't want to hug everybody. There are people they just, no, I don't want to hug them. There are also animals I want to hug. I can respect they are there and they have their function in the whole system, right? But I don't really want them on me, right? Like, I don't know, certain box or something. I mean, yeah, no, they have their function, but they, no, you see, that's this. But they still exist. I don't need to kill them. They have function. Otherwise, they would not be there. You call that love? Okay. Me, it's the respect to see they have a life. There is a reason for them to be here, to have whatever purpose. And our purpose is experience, right? So that's what we do. Experience life. And with that, I can say we have everything within us. Everything. And we also know there are all the, how is it called? All the energies and the fields, and it's all there. Yes, it is. Because everything is energy, so we feed it and we can go and wake up. It's the new, we have all access to all these storages, if you want, or libraries or whatever. It's all there. Which way we connect to it, it's up to the individual, and there's no right or wrong way in doing things. It's just we do, and we experience and we share experiences. We do. Like me, I do now in this physical way, in a way, or a world way, but we also do it just to the field. Yeah, just like the movie Never Ending Story. Yeah, all our thoughts, all our dreams and ideas, it all goes out in the fields, and they exist. There are different realms, but still So now I think I talked a long time already, and rainy season here gets a little bit humid, and by closing everything down to make a video, I feel it. Okay, so I wish you all a great time, and I see you soon again for the next part of the cycle, planetary cycle, part 3, I think, is the next, and I'm already working on part 4, so yeah, but I have, anyhow, but I love doing it. So, all the best, and I see you soon again. Bye.